Hey folks, JD here, and today, look, we've got another Hubsan. This is the Hubsan H507A, the X4 Star Pro. Right, let's open her up and have a little look inside. So the front should peel back, revealing this. Look at that, that's really nice. So we've got our prop protection, spare parts, quadcopter manuals. So let's get everything out. So let's get the quadcopter out, let's bust open the spare parts and get the accessory bags out. Oh, that's quite difficult in doing that. Screwdriver rolling around inside there. Got the manual and we've got the prop guards as well. Okay, oh, and we've got some spare screws. Right then, so let's tidy everything up and let's just have a little look at this first. Right, you're not imagining things. There is no transmitter. This particular quadcopter is controlled via your smartphone. This is what we've got. Really nice looking shape to this. This is really quite unique. Look at that, it's like almost like a multi-layered design on the top of the quadcopter. And it has that very unmistakable Hubsan feel to it. The particular type of plastic which is used is hard plastic, very tough, and it certainly does feel extremely hard. There's no part of this. The propeller arms are really solid. There's no part which feels very fragile. Even the motor covers and LED housings on the back, which also double up as landing sprigs, they also feel really tough, which is really nice. Okay, so from the top, as we can see, we have 4 propellers already pre-attached. Now these 4 propellers, you do get another 4 spare should you require them, but in themselves they are really quite tough. So there are 4 propellers which have automatically been put on. Now if we flip it over to the front, you can see there's a little camera on the front here. I don't know how well you can see that. There we go. There's a little camera on the front there which obviously gives you FPV video relay back down to your phone. Now if we turn it onto the side, onto the back here, we can see there's a little name tag there that says Hubsan with a little latch underneath it. If we were to pull the latch out ever so slightly, this name tag is actually the battery. And the battery itself is one whole modular unit coming in at 7.6 volts, 550 milliamp hour. That's quite nice. This does have a specialist charger which looks a lot like this. So this is the charger that came with it. As you can see from the top here, there's a little plus and minus which obviously fits in with the plus and minus on the battery here, and then once you slot it in, it'll then start to charge. It is quite difficult to actually insert that in there. A little bit of wiggling is needed, but it does eventually fit, and likewise when you come to remove the battery as well, that does take a little bit of time to do that. So I'm going to leave that battery out as I'm going to have to charge that and ready for the flight. As we're on the underside, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, we've got the LED guards here which are also the landing sprigs. 2 blue LEDs in the front, 2 red LEDs in the back, but we'll double check that when we take this quadcopter out to fly it in the next couple of days. Also on the underside, there's the on and off button. So once the battery is in, you click and hold that down for a good 10 seconds and then the quadcopter will immediately turn itself on and you'll have the LEDs start to flash. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, this quadcopter is GPS enabled. You do have to calibrate the compass in order to fly this. Obviously I'm going to cover all that when we do take this guy out and fly him. Now the app that you need to use as a transmitter for this quadcopter is the X Hubsan app. It's a free app to download. It's on iOS and it's also on Google, on the Google Play Store as well. Then all you would do is choose your particular quadcopter from a drop-down list and then enter the device, and then you can just follow the on-screen instructions there with that. I think that's everything with this particular quadcopter for now. Let's put this to one side and let's have a quick little look at the accessories. So as mentioned earlier, you get 1 battery recharger, you get a little screwdriver which you'll need when you come to replace these propellers should you ever replace them. Also you get 4 spare propellers that we saw earlier. You get a little bag of screws. When you come to replace these propellers, then you're going to need these bags of screws, and you also get a manual. And inside here, this does have a lot of information, disclaimers, as well as where to download the full user manual. I recommend you do that using this QR code here, because when you do that, it shows you exactly how to calibrate the compass. And there's also a GPS waypoint guide as well. This does not show you how to calibrate the compass, so as I said a little bit earlier, use this QR code here to get the full manual downloaded and read through it. It's very important that you do. It's quite a full package here that you get. So obviously we get the quadcopter, we get the battery, we get the USB charger, we get the screwdriver, screws, spare propellers and manuals as well. So there we are, folks. Please join me in the next couple of days when we're going to be taking this guy out and putting him through his paces. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening, folks. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.